Welcome to your CCPS Science Review Lab. Check out today's picture. What do you think the relationship is between the organisms in the picture? Do you think maybe they're all working towards the same goal? Maybe they're teammates? Maybe not so much a sports team, but maybe like a business team because they look sort of dressy, right? Anyway, you know that they're somehow working together. I want to talk about relationships in science because, especially in biology, we focus a lot of our energy in looking at how organisms interact with each other. And there are three specific types of relationships that we want to look at today. The first one is called mutualism. In a mutualistic relationship, you've got two organisms and both are benefiting from the relationship. So for example, if we look at our flower and our bumblebee, right? The bumblebee gets the nectar from the flowers that it can use for food or for its making its honeycomb or whatever. And the flowers are getting pollinated. So both organisms are benefiting. That's an example of mutualism. So it is mutually beneficial. Think about it that way. In the case of the shark and our little fishy friend here, we have an example of commensalism. Now, in the case of commensalism, you have one organism that benefits and one that really is not affected in any way at all. So, for example, let's say this little fish kind of hangs out and traditionally is found swimming behind the shark. He doesn't do anything for the shark. He's not cleaning the shark. He's just hanging out around the shark. He's not really big enough for the shark to want to eat. So he's not like any sort of food benefit. But when the shark is eating, shark is a very messy eater, and he's leaving all sorts of bits and pieces and blood and whatever all around him in the water. That allows the little fish to kind of go in and yum, 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 and eat all those little bits up. So it's benefiting the little fish, but the shark isn't really benefiting or being affected one way or another. That's an example of commensalism. Then we have, and this is one you've seen before many, many times living down in Florida, we have examples of parasitism. Now, in this case, we have an example here. We see a mosquito and we have a person. Now, anybody who's ever reacted to a mosquito bite knows that it has a negative reaction on you. Your body may swell up a little bit and it itches and it's bothersome. If that mosquito is carrying a disease, obviously it can make you sick. So in this case, being a parasite, the parasite is benefiting in that it's getting the nutrition by sucking out that person's blood, but the person is being negatively affected. And in this case, it would be with a mosquito bite and maybe possible other illnesses. So again, three types of relationships that we focus on: mutualism, commensalism, and parasitism. I would like for you to show what you know. Go ahead and look at this picture, and I want you to think about one relationship that you see in the picture. So one relationship, and there's lots and lots of organisms in this picture. I want you to pick two that have a relationship, define that relationship as one of the three we've spoken about, and explain how it fits that type of relationship. Good luck. Show what you know.